We kill the Gorehound, which means that this gets pumped because the permanent went into graveyard. You can see how insane this card is. Now they cannot block, it's already 8 damage. We blight 2, we get this creature, and we kill this. Which means the permanent went into graveyard. You can see this is a 1-drop, and we of course get an extra creature. And this is how we beat the Hydra! Alright guys, let's go! I want this to work nicely. I've been testing tons of versions of this deck, and I think we have the one, but we'll see, we'll see. I'm curious if we can beat Mythic with this one. Our opponent is playing Vents. It's been a while, And so we are probably against Lessons deck, so that will be a true test. Okay, this is an interesting one. How do we want to play this? I think we want to get the Moonshadow. It might die. I'm doing this to check priority, if they have this red lesson. It doesn't seem like it, so we can play Moonshadow, Surveil. It's a permanent, it's a great card. Still into the graveyard. We played this, because we want this as a 3-3, so they need to spend at least 2... And this is incredible. It can also hit a land for the next turn. Oh, I love it. But we have to get it to 3-3. And I mean, this is a 1 mana 3-3 with Menace that has an upside. Because it keeps growing, so yep. Our future wonders. This card is insane so far. Like, you have so many ways to trigger it. Okay, see, now they needed to spend basically the whole... Like, you won't get better deal than these guys. You kinda need to slow them down, basically. We get 2 damage. I think it's a root. Okay, perfect, perfect. We need this. Okay, so we go roots. I would love to discard something. We can exile a creature from the graveyard. We don't have enough counters. We could kill something, but it's too slow. I think we can always use it, right? We can always use it and exile like the Avatar or something. We can swing here. No. We only swing with the Gorehound. I mean, honestly, so far so good. We are making some serious plays in this one. Overlord is a great card here. Man, we both scale like crazy. I wonder who will outscale who. In all honesty, it's not my favorite matchup. Even if we can win this, it's always like, oh my god, they have so much. Let's take the damage. It's always easier to just play against like mono black or something that has to remove every creature manually, and then you are like, yeah bro, you have no chance. So let's see. Of course the demonstration really helped them, because in 1 or 2 turns this would be actually a 7-7. And Menace is such a big part of this card. I still think we Surveil. We also get the counter, so if we play something correct, we can already play the card from the graveyard. Definitely. Oh, this is exactly the type of place we want to hit. We could but we don't have a land, so it's not worth it. I think we go first for the Overlord. You know what? We can play the... Okay, let's play the Cooler, because we can use the Blight. We will have 3 counters. No... Yeah, we can. Yeah. With Plant we will. With Plant we will. And the plants are getting new counters. So if you don't know, the second ability allows you to exile a card from the graveyard and nothing more. But the passive is that you can cast it. We go to the graveyard with it. That's great. So in order to use it, you need to remove 3 counters among the creatures. So usually you want to go for Blight counters, because of course there are downside. You can also remove from Moonshadow. So the synergies are just off the charts, man. Oh, this is perfect card. Let me draw it. We go for the Cooler. Okay, so we can exile with Blight. Do I need to put them... Oh, I need to put them on 1 creature. I guess then this dies. Can we do it like this? I'm not sure. Like, we will have 3 counters with the new plant, so it kinda worked. I could attack first, but I just want to make sure that I figure out this one good. Now we can play the Moonshadow. we remove 1, 2, 3 counters. You can see you can kinda keep going. This card is this is a 1-drop, guys. This is a 1-drop. And I really want this Hex, as you can clearly see. And let's play the Cooler, because that gives us the plant. We're kinda low on life total, so that's a little bit scary. And they can keep cycling cards, but no lesson, that's very important. They really want to get this to this 3 out of 3, and we probably need to start attacking soon, because you know, it's hard to tank lock. Man, we invested like 5 surveils, 6 surveils, but I think it's still worth it. Let's swing, and the next turn will be ours. I would love to have this Dredger's Insight. It would get us like 5 life during this game. But the game is so quick, man. It's 2-drop. It's 2-drop that doesn't change the board. Sometimes you actually won't have time to play it. It's too slow. Look how much we are doing on the rest of the mana. Okay, this is a very important turn. Good play for them, unfortunately, because it's only cost 1 mana. I would prefer them to play 2 spells for 2 mana than 4 spells for 1 mana. That's why 1-drops are so important right now. The faster the meta gets, the more important 1-drops are, and 2-drops sometimes. And now every single card basically in the deck is a 1-drop. Alright. We can get rid of Gran. And we can also take some damage from the Otter, maybe? For everything good they have, without Monument they cannot deal direct damage with like Burn. So the demonstration killed our biggest cool thing. Sorry guys if I had to cut some part of the gameplay, because I have absolutely disgusting cough. And it's still here. Okay, so this one, tap an untapped creature you control, and it gives you some mana. Alright, 5 damage to the face, that's a little bit more than I'm comfortable with. So I think on this one turn we'll block, because I think we should be able to control the game a little bit here. Alright, now this is our moment to shine. We need to do it right. We don't have a land. I think we should start with the Overlord. And we see what we get. We definitely need to play Hex. Alright, we didn't really hit much, but Moonshadow is decent. We make the plant. We don't need to play it now even. I'll take the Hex. Hex is amazing. We just need removal and, you know, life gain here. And lands, I guess. So we can play this. That gives us a little bit more value. Yep. You can see that with this deck, man, the deck list for this one is like 1 and 2 drops basically. But you can play the whole game out of this, until to the late game. We could just blight something. So I think we exile this. And we'll put 2 blight counters on this one. That means we are getting more creatures. And every plant will grow a little bit. And the last play is for Hex. Okay, so this is a nice turn. We swing with all of this. We hit really, really hard, so hopefully next turn lethal. Wait. Oh, we used this mana! Right, I wanted to use it, but I forgot it's from the creature. Like, in my mind I had 4 mana. But on the other side we dealt more damage, so maybe it will work. Monument to Endurance. Remember when I said that at least without Monument to Endurance they cannot deal direct damage? Well, here we are. But they can deal 6 directly, so the card from the top needs to be good. They cannot use this. They can get 4 mana, but if they use it, that's it. Like, that's the end of the turn. So I think we should have this, guys. They can attack with Gran and get 1 trigger. I think they will do it. Okay, so they are killing this. Man, I want to win this. I think we can. I think this will be a win. Okay. 3 damage to the face probably. No, they are drawing a card. They want to risk it. Okay. Isn't that the end of the turn? They have no place. I think we won. Man, we can literally take this damage, right? They cannot discard anything here. This only taps. I think we take the damage and we win. Right? Now we counterattack? Man, that's a start! Alright guys, let's freaking go. I have to say, like, Moonshadow is just so strong. Like every deck that is built around it will trigger it so easy in every way. Like, from anywhere is like the keyword. It doesn't have to die from the board or anything. We would love to kill this guy, but we can do it later. Like, the tap we don't play too many tap lands because it hurts a lot. We absolutely want this. So normally you want to surveil everything that is on top, but here we are so desperate for the third land because we missed one that we actually wasted the pump, one of them. Let's see. We just need to slow the game down a little bit. Our opponent with Badgers, Chocobos just goes all in. And we need to, just survive a little bit until we start scaling. Interesting. Okay, this is where we can shine, finally. We can probably go for roots, but maybe later? Yeah, we probably can do better than this. I want to kill the Badger on this turn. So first let's go for the Moonshadow and see what we get. And now we can get rid of lands. Like, on 3 you can kinda play the whole game. And with Bitter Triumph you can also, discard cards. And it also pumps the Moonshadow. I could get the counter on something. Okay, so if we attack, they can double block and then we can kill one of them. That would be the dream. Man, if this works... It didn't. Nope. Okay, so how do we do it? We can kill the Badger to prevent the mana. That's probably the best play. I think Badger is such a devastating card that it's worth it. And they can play a 3-drop, which will go around Hex, but I'm kinda taking the risk here. I think it should be mostly 1 and 2 drops, and maybe the 3-drop... Well, that was a quick punish, that's for sure. But I think we can still do it, man. Let's go Roots. Into... Dissident. This was a very slow turn, but the next ones will be way better. Graveyard. So the Moonshadow can hit harder. Let's go. I cannot really block on this turn because they cannot lose the Hydra. We can even attack with this. Can they kill us on one turn? I hope the answer is no, but I will keep the Gorehound. We need the Surveil. If we can push enough damage, next turn we can potentially get lethal already. We can also kill our Gorehound with Blight 1, which gets it to Graveyard and pumps the Moonshadow. Okay, do they have enough mana? They need to... I think it's not... I think we won. That's why the Moonshadow with Menace is so good. They cannot block both. So how do we do it, guys? We don't have creatures. Do we just attack with everything? Getting Surveil is not amazing. It's actually more damage if we don't attack with it, because it can kill itself. Like, it can literally kill itself at any point and buff by +2, so it's more damage this way. Or, wait, we could just kill one of the creatures and they have no blockers. That's also a good idea. So we probably go for it. So we Blight. We kill this guy. I guess they can have a protection spell. Ooh, that's worse. But I will still do it. We kill the Gorehound, which means that this gets pumped because the permanent went into graveyard. You can see how insane this card is. Now they cannot block, it's already 8 damage. We Blight 2. We get this creature. And we kill this. Which means the permanent went into graveyard. You can see this is a 1-drop. And we of course get an extra creature. And this is how we beat the Hydra! Told you, we can work with a 3-drop. Alright, let's go Moonshadow. We can Roots on the next turn, so that should help a lot to set up future plays. And with Moonshadows, we can already get the value from Overlord. You can even discard a permanent with Bitter Triumph and get higher. And I mean, you know, the sky is the limit for this one. I think we swing and we see if there's reaction. This is Jeskai Control probably, because they have the land for uncounterability. That's the word. So I would expect a counter spell immediately. But because we don't really have other good plays that won't hurt, like, I can live with this being countered, but probably Overlord is our big play. Does that get lost? I'm not sure. They must have something, but it could just be removal for the Moonshadow. Okay, this is nice. Maybe they just counter things that we use later, but we could go with what? I think we start with Overlord and we see what happens. And then we will decide. They probably have one play for this turn. Normalize, I'll take it. This is good, this is good. So we go for the Gorehound. Not perfect target for removal yet. We push some damage. One creature is tapped. One is untapped, so split up won't hit very perfectly. And then when we play more, we pump all of those. Let's see, maybe some Overlord. Land from the top, definitely not what we wanted. Let's pay life against control we can. And let's start surveilling. Let's see what we get. We can pay 3, so no more lies won't hit here. Are playing around it pretty well so far. We definitely don't need this land. And let's start pumping those a little bit. And you know, not the craziest damage, but still a little bit for now. We really wanted this Overlord, to be honest. Unfortunately, it got countered. So they let us set up the roots, but not the cards that actually use it. And we hit 2 removal out of 6, so a little bit high. We would prefer to have something, you know, to play here. Sure. So they will be searching for a sweeper. Oh, that's not great. So that means we need to absolutely hit one of our cards that use the graveyard. That's the play for us. Yeah, I expect Day of Judgment, to be honest. And I mean, we can rebuild after it, but let's see what the play is. Maybe they don't have it, which would be way easier for us. We can cast Bitter Triumph, but we don't want to. Oh, this is oh my god, this is incredible draw. I will literally warp it, man. I will warp it because it's better for us. Let's see. Like, life total absolutely doesn't matter in this matchup. So we can go literally to like 5. Just make sure that Helix doesn't kill you. They sometimes have 1 or 2. Perfect. Okay, now we are starting to do some work. And if they kill something, we can also, you know, use those removal, maybe get some combat tricks. We will see. Like, we would love to have a target for those. It's already 9 damage, so they need to react very quickly. Inevitable defeat. I think we kill it. I think we kill it, because we also increase the damage then. That's why I loved this draw so much. So we deny the live game, and we increase our damage, so they, you know, 2 damage didn't hit, but 2 damage extra hits here. So it's still 9. Kinda amazing. We don't have permanent, so we cannot discard for more damage. But this is good, this is good. And we could play this and get the plant, so we can replay on the next turn. I really like this play. We absolutely don't... Man, we are overdrawing removal really hard. Roots. I think we need something that activates roots. Man, look at this power. Out of nowhere. I thought we were kinda gone where we had the slow opening, but when you start going, you can see that it just keeps going. They cannot Revelation. Ultima. Alright, I'll take it. We can still work with it. I mean, we can definitely work with it. That's double haster for the kill. Oh, love it. Perfectly far for the perfect finish. Okay, we're on the draw here, so definitely a little bit on the rough side. We won't have... This Tapland really hurts, man. Like, it's really good because you can later use it to trigger roots from your own graveyard, while also pushing more damage and pumping all the plants that are attacking. So I think it's still worth it, but sometimes, man, this gets you. Let's see. Talent. I think after playing with the games, I will switch 1 forest to a swamp, because you generally need mostly black mana here. Okay, Boomerang, our opponent just shenaniganing. All those small creatures. All of this happened when we played a 1-drop, by the way. So you can see the you know, the tempo of current standard. However, that being said, I think we still need to play this dude, because we can put a blight counter on it. And mitigate some of the damage. They will probably try to push damage with otters. We get it into graveyard, even though it's a great card. I want the Moonshadow, but I think we need Hex first. Yeah, I think we go like this. We still want to push damage, because this deck is a monster late game. And also, early and mid game, you know, the good old always monster strategy. So we need to close the game at some point. So we really want to push this damage, especially that they went for the greedy version with a lot of shocklands. Yep. Don't want to show priority, but they will make so many plays that they will sit anyway. Gran, alright. Not 3 lessons, so it's not as bad. Oh, really? Really? Well, that's a good play for us. So we go for Blight. We kill the one that can attack. Going for Gran is also nice, but I think we need to mitigate the most damage. And we put a Blight counter, which now doesn't matter because they just bounced it. And they also wasted the card for this play. Like, they wanted to close the game, and we kinda went around this game plan. I'm not sure what about the Gran. I think we have to play untapped land and probably start growing Moonshadow. I think this is the play. Oh my god, this is the one card I didn't want to get into graveyard. Into the graveyard! Like, we need stats on this dude. And with Bitter Triumph we can pump it even more. Wait, we could play the Dissident. And we can trigger the Moonshadow. And I think Bitter Triumph will be better. We'll discard the Cottage, kill Gran probably, before they go to combat phase and can discard. Because this gives them the false sense that they will get a, you know, a good combat trick, let's say. Okay. This should be fine for us. They get Boomerang, right? Also means they don't get the discount as quickly. And they really want to attack with Gran, I feel. 1 cycling. I will give them the cycling, man. They cannot really attack easily. Can you feel the tension? Don't forget we're on the draw. So that's very often a death sentence against this deck, because we need to stop it before it gets crazy. We discard a card. Having a land is nice, but I think we just need to keep pumping. Gran out. We take 1 damage, we discard this. We still have another one. We need to make sure that this Moonshadow is doing the crazy work. We pump even more. Let's see what we get. Oh, we got some nice plays. Another Moonshadow. Oh man, how do we play this? Do we just wait 1 turn? They can bounce it on the next turn. So I think we just play this. Take 1 damage. We can chomp block with both, worst case. Absolutely graveyard. If we hit land, that's good for us. We probably need to hit with this, because they will bounce it anyway. And we keep those 2 for blocking so we don't die. 5 damage is a lot. And they still need to waste Boomerang for it. Not sure if we will be fast enough, but I think we have a good chance. Like, they also are below 10, so now land hits them for 4 with double Bloodghast. Oh, this is a good play for us. Man, I'll be honest, I think this is a massive misplay. You already had Boomerang. So unless those 2 cards are unplayable, this play made no sense to me. I'll take it, right? Can we kill them? I think this is, actually this is better, because we get an equal trade, and our deck should do more. Yeah, this is good for us. This is good for us. So now we can play the land. Maybe we can hit more. So first let's play Moonshadows and trigger this. Nope. They will be blocking, so we can hopefully take some damage because this will protect us. Nope. Now we play the Tomb, which will be tapped. I don't think we can push so much to just pay for this and this. So we just go for the Bloodghast. They will be the attacking power, and the Moonshadows will defend us from defeat. I mean, this is not bad. We can make Bloodghast, but I don't think they can kill both on the next turn. Absolutely. Man, we are getting so much... Oh, this is great. But can we kill them? Let's pump. Let's pump. Like, we care about the size of, you know, those stats. And this is a full swing. Down to 3. They need to go through double Moonshadow on a single otter and still deal 8 damage. So this is the final turn for our opponent. Let's see what they will go for. One Boomerang, of course, can get rid of one Moonshadow, and they have a 2/2 otter. Rest? Okay. Like, with Menace, they won't make enough otters, so if they try to defend, it won't work, I feel. Like, guys, Menace on this card is absolute, like, one of the big key things. Because if it's small, it can usually just keep attacking, because it's hard to block, and they take damage from your 2 and 3 drops. But if this gets huge, suddenly it's so hard to deal with. Even if you have 1 or 2 creatures, like, one of them hits. Like, you can block only one of them. So they cannot even chomp block with this. Yeah, they have only double blue mana, so let's see what the play is. They're up to 4, so this was still a very strong turn. And I mean, guys, that should be it. That should be it. And thanks to Menace, they cannot block a single one. So we can just swing and they cannot deal with both. Oh, that feels good. Okay, so let's go with the Marsh. I think it's Moonshadow. When you have this in the board, it helps so much because every other card just supports it, so it grows naturally with every other play. Like, this is a 1-drop, but it's so strong that you actually want it as soon as possible, man. Like, it's your powerhouse card. So we go for black. This deck mostly needs black. And we have to set up the roots. We aren't crazy, you know, strong here. And our opponent is already preparing for this famous turn 4 I win card. And I'm honestly not fan of those combo decks in Standard. Like, I think cutting the game at turn 4 and making it even more consistent is like exactly the opposite of what we should be going for. Like, Magic should have like 5, 6, 7 turn games, like, mostly, in my opinion. You know, there will always be aggro decks that try to hit you faster, but that should be like, you know, the extreme, not like the golden classic, you know? So they basically have everything right here. Yep. So they just have Cavaro and they have it in the hand, and that's probably a game. And it's even hard to counterplay it, man. Like, what do you realistically do against it? Like, if you don't have a full dedicated anti-graveyard, which is mostly a sideboard, there's not much you can do. We could go Dredger's Insight, but what then? If we kill one of the creatures, like, we're probably dead. So I think we need to assume they don't have Cavaro, and they do have Cavaro. So this is the best I have. But it won't be enough, I feel. And so we get the Moonshadow, this way we get more triggers. I always miss, man, and I get the emote, you know, thing. Let's go for Moonshadow for the next turns. We cannot swing because, you know, just for free they also get amazing blockers. And that's probably game. And, like, I think this is probably the most unfun playing pattern in Magic currently. Like, it's just playing 3 cards in a row and that's I win. You can tell me in the comments if you agree, but I think it's a fair take. I've seen a lot of players, like, don't love the fact that Cavaro deck, that is already kinda annoying, got even stronger with the speaker. Like, that was the only saving grace, that sometimes they didn't have it. But let's see how it goes. They discarded Cavaro instead of playing it. I don't know what to think about it. Probably nothing great. We could play Overlord into Overlord, which seems to be the best play, because we pump literally the whole board. So guys, listen, I'm not sure what is going on, but I will bank on this occasion as much as I can. We got the Bloodghast, we take the Moonshadows. I mean, if not the Terror, that will probably kill us. Oh, I think they're trying to accumulate enough creatures for instant lethal. So maybe this is our shot, in a way, you know? Maybe. I think it's just Moonshadow and Overlord, honestly. Because then we maybe can kill them in 2 turns. So if they don't hit enough power for the next turn to be auto-kill, we can maybe do some magic, you know? We definitely don't go for Bloodghast. You can see how crazy those 1-drops keep getting. And we live gain a little bit. Live gain is very important here. And now we are entering the combat phase. Of course, we can swing with this. Oh my god, it actually isn't good enough. But we can at least trade for 1. I mean, every block will trade for 1 of those. So 1 of the Moonshadows goes through. To be fair, we actually help them a little bit because they will be in graveyard, so they will come back with Terror of the Peak. So they absolutely will double block something. Probably the bigger one, because it mitigates more damage. And it also, well, I guess this has 2 power. I think Terror relies on power and not converted mana cost, so kinda the same, I guess. We kinda need to make sure that we can try to kill them on the next turn, so if they somehow whiff, they will be forced to go for not complete play. And maybe we can do some magic from it, but honestly, I'm not sure. I think they can just win with flyers, because we won't be able to block, and we cannot outrace them. Our opponent is definitely playing a little bit strange. Unexpected, you could say. But maybe they have some devilish plan that I don't fully see. Or maybe they just know that they cannot lose, so they can take, you know, 19 damage and it's not a big deal. That's probably it, to be honest. Human. For example, a Cavero. Full swing. I think plants will grow more. No, I think actually plant will be weaker than the Moonshadow, I feel. We don't want to kill any of those creatures, and we don't want to get our life total lower. Because I think they wanted us to multi-block, so those creatures get back instantly. Or maybe just get extra damage so Terror kills us. I'm not sure what is the full damage. I don't check the graveyard to not give our opponent ideas. Of course we are losing the board on top of it, because why not? Man, this combo is so insane. Like, even if you don't win instantly, you have a 4 mana full sweeper that creates 20/20 of stats usually. Like, even if it doesn't instantly win, it's so much that it's hard to beat on next turns. So yeah, we'll see. We can at least get something from those insights and roots. I'm not sure if that's enough. Okay, I mean, we survived, so that's something. What can we do here? They still have insane board after it. And we don't have enough cards to keep going here. I think I need to hit the biggest creature. Don't forget this guy has a ward, basically. And I don't really want to, you know, take 3 extra damage. We need to survive as long as we can. Now we can play this. I know I'm taking the damage from this, but we are creating a plant. So maybe on the next turn we can try to do some magic and kill them. We actually cannot even attack here. Oh man, this is rough. If it dies, we can play it on the next turn and pump all the plants. So I think it's... Wait, we can actually do it now. We can still play it on the same turn. We have double black. So this is what? 8? 13 damage. We will be at 1 with this, so... I mean, kinda works. Insight keeping us nearly alive. Our opponent is exactly dealing 13 damage, so you know what? I'll take it. This is the best I have, guys. With Dissident, we can exile another creature, play it without losing life. What are the creatures? Moonshadows. Not sure. Oh, that game. Cool. Let's go for this one. so we can start getting the life gain. Alright, let's see what we can hit with this. Already cooler. Nice, nice. Do we want to warp it? I think we just go for the cottage, because at some point it will be useful. And we have Overlord, we have Dissident, Gorehound, so we should be able to find the next place. And I want this cute cooler in case we get roots in the graveyard. Oh my god, another Cavaro deck? Like, is everyone playing the same deck? Oh boy, oh boy. So let's go Gorehound into probably this. I wanted to go double, but I realized that we don't have the right mana, so we'll just go with this one. And we see what we can hit here. More Gorehound. Alright, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. Definitely rough, because we usually... It's very hard to, you know, deal 20 damage by turn 4 if you don't have, like, some crazy draws. Usually with Moonshadow, so we can activate them to, you know, close to 7-7. But let's see, let's see. They have Cavaro, but they don't have Bringer and Terror of the Peaks. Sometimes they don't play Terror and just go for Arden. I'll take it. And what was the creature? Oh, here we go. The Bringer. Okay, so we go Verge, Gorehound, Moonshadow, and we start surveilling everything. And this is a good card, honestly, but it's a permanent. We need them in the graveyard. Let's go another. We don't have roots, so we don't get as much upside from playing this. Definitely not the draw. And I mean, we pumped a little bit. Not as quick as we would love to, but you know, decent enough. Decent enough. Awaken the Honor Dead on our Dissident. They know what's scary. And more lands. Well, our draw is definitely not where we want it. So let's go for this. This Moonshadow needs to carry most of the damage, and we keep drawing lands. Man, we play like only 21, so we should really not hit lands too much. We need to go for the cooler and start dealing as much damage as we can. Alright, this is better. And this is 8-9, man, this is so close. One more and this would get haste on the next turn. So a little bit unfortunate, but you know, it's still good damage on this turn. Still good damage. Let's see, they mill more cards. That's a creature. This one creates tokens and gives haste to all the creatures. I wonder why it's here. Alright. They killed the biggest... Oh, but they paid 1 life somehow. Oh, for the starting town. Okay, that's something. So we go for this. We pay... Can we do it? Can we take our revenge? We surveil. What is the top card? Oh, we wanted this for such a long time. Is this still good? I think at this point we just want a finisher. Like something with haste is good enough. And we need the cottage, because we can exile something with it and try to prevent the combo. We can only play it for 2 mana, so it's not worth it. And this doesn't really do much. I think we just swing all, man. And try to prevent the combo. They have 1 Bringer. So if we exile it, they don't have the combo here. A life gain is worth it. Life gain is worth it. So now we prevented the combo. Of course they get all those crazy chapters, and it's ridiculous how consistent this deck is. They have like 5 different ways to get the same effect, but they need Bringer in the hand, so I really hope they don't have second one. Like if they had it, they would already discard it. I hope. Okay, we can work with this. Okay, they took a land. I see no Bringer. Like they have tons of reanimation targets, but not a Bringer. So are we killing them? Is the revenge finally here? The justice for the combo deck. I think that's the case. Like I think we can kill them with this. They will go to 4 and block biggest creature, which will be a cottage. So we go for this. And we just keep swinging, guys. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And that's how we got the vengeance. Do we want roots or the Moonshadows faster? And I decided that we're going for the roots. We set up the game plan and then we go crazy. I think it's better. The block. Alright. This is the card I actually wanted to make some decks with. It's actually kinda useful if you want to waterbend or, you know, you have some shenanigans. But here, what do we go for? We could try to hit a land. I think we need at least one more land. So we probably won't trigger roots even, we just get the right land. Honestly, man, this is actually perfect. We can get everything here. So we go for the cooler, we hit the face and we already get the plant. Man, that was such a good call to go for the land, even though normally you don't really want to. Let's start hitting. I think, I'm not sure exactly what we are playing against. I know it will be super evil. I'm thinking Harmless Offering, some weird shenanigans with like, you know, I don't know, pacts, sacrificing artifacts for Overload or something. I'm not sure. Like, something bad will happen. That's what I'm gonna say. I actually wanted to make this deck. So they're sacrificing artifacts that use the full effect to just enter the battlefield. I wanted to make literally this deck. That's why I know those cards, man. Alright, so what can we do here? We need to go hard, man. I think it's Moonshadow into, you guessed it, Moonshadow, so we can start growing those as soon as possible. We will tap the plant, we'll get a creature, and Dissident is really good, but Gorehound can survey more cards, so let's go for this. We get the plant, we start growing the Moonshadows. That was a bit of a setup turn, but it was a good turn for us. At this point, even if this will get swept somehow, we should keep growing. I'm just a little bit concerned that when they make the play, we instantly will die to some weird combo. Oh man, this will be such a weird combo. Like, I think there's a red card that copies a lot of artifacts, so they can copy the Phantom Train that got spammed with all the artifacts on one of the turns and create like a legion of those. I'm not sure if it works, but I expect something along those lines, so we need to kill them fast. Maybe we can kill them on the next turn. This Tapland is not great. We need to go Gorehound first. Probably Dissident, and then we'll see what we get. We definitely want to get Cooler too. Our opponent is at 14, so Bloodghast is not getting haste, so it's not as good as some other creatures. And we just outscale them, like, completely. And in the outro, some really good news. I was grinding this deck because I wanted to just prove you that it can beat Mythic consistently, so I actually went hard on the games. I started by losing close to, and then I decided, alright, I'm playing until I get it to like good tier 1 results. And we went there. 55% in, I think, like close to 11 games, something like this. I think we went 6 and 5 in the end. So we consistently beat Mythic, and when you know what we are losing, this will make everything obvious. And I could grind today because I'm feeling a little bit better. Thank you guys for all the warm words in the comments. It was really nice to read them. And I'm still a little bit sick. I look like complete wreckage right now. But I think the worst is, behind me, and probably 1 or 2 days, and I should fully recover. So I'm happy, I'm feeling better, so I can grind the ladder with the new cards. And this one is very interesting one. So Dissident is incredible card, man. It's hard to believe this. All of this you get for a single mana point, and it's still a 1/2 just to get extra. This creature means has to be removed because it always can play the different creatures that died with the Blight 2 ability. And in the right deck, Blight 2 actually can help you. With Bloodghast, putting those counters literally makes no difference. Sometimes it's even better because you just Blight something, like Bloodghast, it dies. With Roots, when you play a land, it gets back from the graveyard, creates you a plant, and you still have exactly the same creature, but now you also can play other creatures that you exiled with this card. You can remove counters, for example, counters from Moonshadow. You can remove 3 of them and play an extra card from the graveyard. So the amounts of combinations with this card is absolutely ridiculous. Hex is amazing, it kinda does the same thing. If you have something with 1 toughness, you can kill it. It goes to the graveyard, so it pumps all the Moonshadows, especially useful when you are close to lethal and your opponent makes either bad blocks or they just face tank it, thinking you cannot buff it enough, and you just go Hex, kill one of their creatures, sacrifice Gorehound with Blight, and suddenly it hits for 2 extra damage because you had 2 Moonshadows hitting. I think we had game like this. So really nice combination. And what more? Yeah, with all the insights, overlords, this type of effects, even Bitter Triumph, you can discard a permanent. Moonshadow grows like crazy. I would love to hit Surveillance in this, but with 2 mana colors and Bloodghast that we really want to play on turn 2, together with Insidious Roots, the mana is sketchy. So we are a little bit more into black mana, but we need to play both. We don't really want tap lands, that's why we're going for those starting towns. With Dredger's Insight, you can get those shock lands a little bit easier. So I'm pretty happy with the final results. It was very fun deck, and Moonshadow seems insane. It just needs to be built around, but then it just triggers out of half of your cards, man. And honestly, if you get like 1-2 triggers and it's already like 2-2 or 3-3 for 1 mana, it's already great, and Menace feels like an extra, keyword that shouldn't even be here. It is. It is. So it makes it so much harder for your opponent to block, which means you push more damage, and it's easier to get those lethals before your opponent does something dirty. And what I said about the results, that I will tell you one minor detail. I think most of the whole losses of this deck is Cavalero. Because this is probably the weakest matchup for this deck. You cannot really kill them before they play Cavalero on turn 4, especially with Bookworm and the Preacher, right? That was formidable speaker. Sorry, not Preacher, speaker. You cannot kill them in time. So I think this is the only, maybe not only, but the worst matchup for us, and it's very hard to win this. Against other decks, we can just outscale them, outtempo them, we can do so much, but against Cavalero, it just feels really rough. You kinda need them to whiff, and my voice is kinda failing again, as I said, I'm still not fully recovered, so we will be, sorry guys, we'll be finishing the outro. Thank you to all the patrons for supporting the content so we can keep going every single day. I hope you guys enjoyed this new, those new videos. I'm doing my best so we can find some new cards in new fun decks. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you guys tomorrow.